I am going to be turning 1 penny into $1,000,000 in this Minecraft server, and if I die, I have to go back to 1 penny again. In this server, there are a lot of ways to make money. It can be by jobs, by quests, or by selling items. And I am going to try one of the most efficient methods this server has to offer, selling spawners. This challenge is inspired by Ryan Trahan, so don't forget to subscribe to him. Let's go to the pantry and check if there's some food. There's literally no food here. Now I'm going to try begging for food. Spoiler alert, this is a bad idea. And after a bit of exploring, I found this cool town that has carpets all over. Went and cut some trees to earn my first cash in this series. Now time to mine up one of the essentials of Minecraft. Iron. Time to smelt all this iron ore up so I can finally craft more tools.
Bruh.
Dripping metal armor. Now I have to craft a shield to avoid death. I used the RTP command and luckily found a small tree farm. These trees can give lots of money just by chopping them.
1 hour later.
So I decided to go to /PW711, CrispyBageL shop. This shop sells a lot of things for a cheap price, and also buys things for a high price. One of the best shops I know of in this server. Anyways, I am going to see if they have armor and tools I can buy with my money. I decided to buy a cheap diamond axe for only 350 bucks. This axe will give much more money afterwards. I also bought a diamond sword with useful enchants for 550 bucks. I forgot to record, but I got another 10,000 bucks while I was doing the trivia, which can give you 1 deflex key, and you can sell that key to a shop. After that, I bought full diamond armor, enchanted with protection 4 and unbreaking 3. I also decided to buy a pickaxe and a shovel, which will be the most important tools I will use later on. I saw that this guy also buys raw iron for 50 bucks each. This will be really helpful for this challenge. So I explored some player warps to look for opportunities, then I found something interesting, which took me outside the world border. I rushed for my life since I didn't want to die and lose all my money. Lucky for me I got out of that hell zone. I went and explored more places. This one was interesting since it resembles the crafting table land in 2B2T. Since it is easy to get raw iron in underwater ravines, I went down and collected some to sell it to the shop. Realized that mining in underwater ravines is hard, so I went to the surface and just mined in caves. This was a jackpot. I found a mineshaft, and each spawner here can make me tens of thousands of dollars each. And there are always multiple spawners scattered around mineshafts. So I asked someone if they could help me mine the spawners in this mineshaft, because only people with donator ranks can mine spawners. He politely answered, yes. While I was waiting for Dexter to mine my spawners, I explored the mineshaft and found 2 spawner. Now that Dexter's here, we can collect all the spawners we've discovered, and then we can sell it. He then offered me 50,000 bucks for each spawner I've collected, which was an unusually high offer, but it was a really good deal to get me started with. I then found a zombie spawner, which puts my net worth at 200,000 bucks. That escalated really quick. All I need now is to wait for his payment. He paid me the first 50,000 bucks after a few minutes. Now that I have enough playtime, I can now rank up and get the most overpowered command this server has, the /back command. At this point, I've mined raw iron and raw gold for 30 minutes straight, and the profits I've made were satisfactory. I made more profit when Dexter bought my music discs I listed in the auction house. I found another mineshaft whilst I was mining for iron, plus a weird creeper. 4th cave spider spawner found for this series. Whilst I was hunting for more spawners, Dexter notified me that the last payment of $100,000 was ready to be received. Now I'm already at $250,000. This is our 5th spawner hunted. After more raw iron mining, it's time to reap what we sow. Smiley face. I then asked CrispyBageL if he can help me mine my spawners I've found. He was generous enough and said yes. When I was teleporting to the other spawner I found, a literal creeper spawned behind me and destroyed the spawner. So then I continued on and went to josefc's store to sell all my raw iron and raw gold to him. It gave me an extra 21k. I went in more caves and found a skeleton spawner inside a mineshaft. Found a cave spider spawner. My luck is at an all-time high, another cave spider spawner found. And I found another skeleton spawner in this mineshaft. After waiting for 30 minutes for a donator rank to help me mine my spawners, I just went ahead and sold the raw iron I collected to josefc's shop and got an extra $33,000. While I was waiting for my iron to smelt, I won the short trivia and won another deflex key. After that I sold the key to josefc's shop for an extra $9,500. A literal creeper almost broke the spawner. Anyways, NightAI was kind enough to help me mine the spawners I've collected. I then sold my 2 skeleton spawners to josefc's shop and made $120,000. I got an extra $20,000 after someone did a pay all. After that I won another trivia and won a deflex key, which I sold at josefc's shop. After that I took all my remaining spawners in the auction house, went to Kate's shop, and sold the 3 cave spider spawners for $90,000. Now that I reached $500,000, I'm going to end this video from here, so stay tuned for part 2.